morning, everybody. It's the Rob from Kiss 106 and 103gbfrocks.com. I'm here with my tag team and my tag team partner in podcasting. Say hello to the crown prince of pranks. This is Jerry Valeri. Good morning, Jer.
I farted 20 seconds before you started the music, and It's cracking you up.
All right, hold on a second. Yeah, so people, if you don't know why I'm laughing, like literally 1.5 seconds before the show started, Jerry ripped just a killer fart that rattled off the chair. Well done, pal.
Farts are always funny, pal.
So, yeah, Jerry's at home today. I was worried about your well-being today, pal. I didn't know you were not at work today.
Yeah, I kept it kind of low-key. The girls are in Pittsburgh. They went to see Taylor Swift last night. They had an incredible time. And so the boy and I stayed home, and I couldn't go to work in the morning. So I'll go in later today. But we just kind of been tooling around, waking up as slowly as possible, watching Infinity Wars.
You sound like you just woke up. You look like it and sound like it.
I've been up for about 30 minutes, but it takes me a long time to look and feel woken up.
Gotcha. Well, welcome to Hump Day, man. That's cool. You got a nice little half day. I know the girls had a good time because I was one of the girls. I went with Brittany June 30th. I saw her in Louisville, and I can tell you it's a heck of a show, pal.
Man, and they had the seats that they had originally, the ones that we bought tickets for Allison as a surprise like a year ago. Let's say the stage is here in Heinz Field. They were in seats on the opposite side of the stadium. So they had a direct view, but they still had a whole football field in between them for the seats. And I guess when they got there, some woman just walked up and gave them floor tickets, just handed it to them because Allie looked excited.
That must be a Valeri thing because that's happened to me one time in my life. When you came into town, unless this was you, right? I might have the wrong friend now that I think about it. It was either you or John. What? It was the same summer. I guess maybe now I think about it, it was John. I had 2 tickets to Holiday World. I was taking you, I guess, but now I think it was John now that I think about it, and Brittany to Holiday World. I was just going to buy my own ticket when we got there. I had a pair of tickets from the station, and we got there. Someone asked us, she was a very small woman. We called her an elf, a magical elf that just gave us a ticket to Holiday World.
When we went to Holiday World, I didn't buy a ticket, but I don't know if that story is ours or not.
No, I think that was John now that I think about it. Sorry about that.
But it's a cool thing when it happens. I mean, I guess Allison was so excited they gave her tickets and they walked through the tunnel and they kept getting closer and closer and closer. And they ended up being in the closest section on the floor, right in front of the freaking stage.
Yeah, it's a heck of a time. So, and also there's kind of a funny story. This is my new wrestling shirt, by the way. So
I love the KO shirt. How many KO shirts did you buy? Because you gave me another KO shirt too.
Oh, so here's the thing. I bought so many KO shirts. Only a few of them were for me. So, I bought this shirt. And then I bought this shirt for Jerry in his size. And then I bought the women's shirt of this for Brittany. And I had this grand dream in my head that we'd all go twinning somewhere, sometime, possibly even a SmackDown, but we only had the 2 tickets. So I told her to hit the bricks. Oh,
hey,
enjoy the swim, Brittany. So we never did get a chance to do it. But now I still gave you your shirt. So you've got 2 of these, and I've got 1. Brittany also has this shirt as well as 3 other Kevin Owens shirts that were all on clearance. So this is today's new wrestling shirt, the Face of America, Fight Owens Fight. This is what I got for you today.
I love it. You know I love that shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts. I wear it every 4th of July until I die.
You bought it the hard way, right?
I got it for Christmas, so I got it. I did get it the hard way.
That's full price, though. So, yeah, I mean, that's how much you love it. It's rare that I'll spend full price on a wrestling shirt.
Well, I didn't spend a penny on it. But.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even still, the last one that I remember spending full price on, I believe, was Bret Hart in 2010. So, all right, let's talk about this week in wrestling. So, before we get started, I was all ready after yesterday's episode to be like, guess what, guys? SmackDown easily won the week. SmackDown was clearly the better show. And now I'm here on Wednesday morning, and I can't agree with that. I have to give the week to Raw, and Raw was not a good week. Thoughts?
Why do you give it to Raw?
So
I'm curious.
Every single problem that Raw had, SmackDown had. SmackDown only spun its tires. Really did not give us much new. I would give the wrestling edge to Raw, and Raw, if nothing else, had the Heyman promo. And I just feel like even though it had that extra hour that felt like an extra 3 hours, I think that Raw won the week, and I'm open to a disagreement if you disagree.
I feel like SmackDown won the week, but I don't feel like fighting about it because I'm not that passionate about it. But I did think, the one thing that when all things are equal that works against Raw is the fact that it's so GD long.
Oh, good.
And like I had a really hard time getting to the end of Raw on Monday night, and I didn't have that hard of a time getting to the end of SmackDown. So that comes into consideration for me. Also, holy cow.
Oh, hold on, Jer. We lost you, pal. We lost Jer. Hold on a second. Let me get him. We can get him reconnected. I know it. Bear with me, everybody. I don't know what happened. Let me get him on the phone, though. Hold on. Please, we apologize for these technical difficulties. My goodness. I think I'll send him a text. If I call him, I figured there he is.
Hey, pal, I didn't do anything. It just kicked me off. I don't know what happened.
I don't think that was my fault either, but hey, it happens. Thankfully, it was a short-lived difficulty. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, what I was going to say was Randy Orton is literally the most interesting he's been to me in 5 years.
Okay. Can I run that for a second? You're not wrong. You're definitely right. But his promo was the exact same as the one he cut in Evansville. It was the exact same.
It was, wasn't it? But I still enjoyed it. But it was pretty much the same promo. He's got to change it up. I kept waiting for Jeff Hardy to come out. The AJ Styles promo I enjoyed. It
was fine.
I thought the tag stuff was great. I thought the tag match at the end of the night was a really great match, and I enjoyed that immensely. Even the little thing with the Bludgeon Brothers killing those 3 dudes, that made me giggle.
By the way, we have to speak their names. Give me 1 second.
Do you have their names? I tried to catch them because they introduced them. They brought them to the ring during a commercial break.
I had to rewind it a few times, but I think I've got it. I know I've got their group name right. They have a group name. The group name was 3SK. So here's the thing. So 3SK, that's the one thing that everyone can seem to agree on, is that's their name. It sounds like a boy band from the late 90s, but that's what they went with, 3SK. And then, why can't I think of the guy's name? It's Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, and who?
Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips, thank you. Tom Phillips said they're the 3. What'd you say?
Penn Stater.
Boy, I don't think I realized that. I'm sure you told me that before, but I don't think I remembered that.
He was roommates with the guy I work with for a while.
That's crazy. So Tom Phillips referred to them as the adopted sons of Sterling Keenan. So that's where you get the 3SK. But then one of the announcers referred to one guy as Pablo Kozlov.
I heard that one.
So Pablo Kozlov. So I think that they may have, because Kozlov should have the same last name as his dad, Sterling Keenan. So I thought that maybe it was the 3 sons of Keenan or Kozlov or whatever. And then there's another one whose name was Julio Rivera. And then the only other inkling I got of a name for the third guy was Unlucky Lee.
And that was the one with the white beard, right?
Pal, I don't know. I was too busy trying to catch their names.
Yeah, it was tough. Well, we try to speak your names.
Yes. So here's what I'm going to say. 3SK, which consists of Pablo Kozlov, Julio Rivera, and Unlucky Lee. We speak your names. Julio Rivera sounds like a rib to me. It might be a
Pablo Kozlov.
But isn't there already like a Julio Rivera in wrestling or something like that?
I don't know, man.
Forget it. I'm sorry I even brought it up. We speak your names, and we're sorry we did.
And they got squished hard. Last night was the main focus was all about that tag match. With
Yeah,
the
they did
Bludgeon
really kind
Brothers. That's how they ended. That's how they ended the show.
they kind of made that feel important. I kind of thought that when the match started, there was still like over a half an hour left, at least when the intro started. And I was like, oh, I kind of assumed this would be the main event. And it was. It just got a lot of time.
A ton of time. And then the last shot is of the very last shot was of the New Day, but the next to last shot was of the Bludgeon Brothers watching from a distance. So they decided to feature someone different. They featured the end of that tag tournament. Give the Bludgeon Brothers a rub. I didn't dislike the show. I liked the show enough, and because it was 2 hours, the women's stuff was just like yesterday. I mean the whole time. Evans with us, man. The whole time the women come out and he's like, "Can we watch baseball?" He did it again. Can we turn it off?
Boy, the best one thing I loved about Evan back during like the Divas time, Evan would predict every matchup. Like, I'm not even saying properly, but you could ask him, "Hey, who's going to win between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns?" And he'd give
pick all the good guys.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, so he'd pick all the good guys, and then you'd ask him who's going to win between Maurice and Nikki Bella, and he'd run and hide.
Yeah.
So
he would, like, when the women would come out to wrestle, he would say, "Give me some privates," and he'd just wrap up in a blanket and want to watch it by himself. Like, he didn't know why he liked it, but he liked it.
I feel like he was probably like, I feel like that my equivalent of that is watching The Little Mermaid when I was like 5 or 6 years old. And I feel like that's when I was like becoming a man and realizing that, oh, I like those seashells. You know what I mean?
That's why when Rob and I went to Red Lobster for dinner, he had a boner the whole time.
The whole time. The whole time.
The whole time.
So, there was something at the tippy top of the show that struck me as weird, and I'm assuming you probably didn't notice it, and I'm willing to bet maybe no one else did either. I can't remember the last time a Raw or a SmackDown started without that signature. It didn't have the then, now, forever thing.
Are you sure?
I'm positive mine didn't. I mean, we just switched cable companies, but I saw the end of whatever shows before it. I think it was Modern Family, and it went right into the show for me. It did not have the then, now, forever. I cannot remember that ever happened.
Did Raw?
I think so. I think I would have noticed if it didn't.
I'm tempted to go back and check right now. I didn't notice it, but that's if they just all of a sudden got rid of it 1 week. That's
weird. I don't know. I don't think it was. I feel like we're gonna see it again on Monday or whatever. I don't think it's going away, but it was just weird that they got rid of that. Look at Toby looking good.
He's feeling good.
Toby's doing well. Good to see that. Another thing was, so yeah, I mentioned Randy Orton cut literally the same promo that he cut in Evansville. I thought there's no way to describe Becky Lynch and Charlotte versus the Iconics as anything besides bad. That was,
and you love the Iconics
so much, but that their timing, execution, everything was off on their match last night, right?
Absolutely. All I keep thinking is 2 weeks ago, Becky Lynch and Carmella at SummerSlam made sense, and it seemed like a good match, and it seemed like a good story, and it seemed like it was going to work. Then they added Charlotte, and now I can't help but think that, like, Becky doesn't belong there anymore.
Or I would have just saved Charlotte for maybe like save her for SummerSlam, even if she's just on commentary. Maybe she interferes. Like, I don't know. This is just a better feud, as most three-way feuds are. It was better when it was just one-on-one.
Right. And did you understand the Shinsuke Nakamura stuff? Like, he just like, now he's just.
Oh, there he goes again. I don't know what happened to him. Man, I don't know why Jerry left. Stand by. I bet she's going to dial right back in. It didn't take too long last time. I really apologize. You're holding the bag. All right, I bet she's coming right back in. I know Jerry. He's going to be here within. We'll give him the mandatory 10 count. 10. Or as Ty Dillinger would say, 10. 10. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh boy. 2, 1. All right. Where is he? I know he's going to be here. I just know it. It's so tense now. Come on, Jer. I wanted to hear what his thoughts about Shinsuke Nakamura were. He's got to come back. I just know it. The suspense is killing me. Figure it out. Let's see if I can figure anything out here. Let's see. I'm writing, come back. See if this helps. I don't know what the problem. Man, it's been a tough morning from home. He sounds good once we get him in here. I don't know what the problem is today. All right, he says he's trying to get back in. He says he's in the room, but I don't see him. Oh, there he is. All right. Thank goodness you're back.
Damn it, pal.
So you're telling me about Shinsuke Nakamura. Hey, I don't know what's going on today.
I mean, the only thing that's different is me at home, so maybe it's me, but I'm completely charged and hooked in, and I don't know.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem. I mean, your connection seems great, and I don't know, on the other setup, we usually when we have the phone line going, if you drop out your video, we still have your audio. But you were telling me about Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm trying to think of what Shinsuke did last.
Well, we had a discussion last week. I had an issue with Shinsuke Nakamura, and you had a very good point. My issue is that he doesn't seem to belong in any way, shape, or form in this Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy thing. And you said, well, it all started around the U.S. title, so maybe that's, they're going to work it in, and it's going to be a triple threat at some point, and they're going to explain it. And this would have been the week to start to do that. And they didn't involve him at all with Randy Orton or Jeff Hardy. They've just weirdly brought him in every once in a while. And last night he's just squashing R-Truth. And do they not have a plan for the U.S. title right now? Do they not? It seems to me like they just ran out of paper when it came to Shinsuke Nakamura, and they don't know what they're doing right now.
I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, because the only thing I can think of for a U.S. title match at SummerSlam, if I had to make a prediction right now, because there's not one announced, right?
Right.
Yeah, I would think it's got to be a triple threat: Nakamura, Orton, and Hardy.
But don't they already have Orton and Hardy as a match?
Boy, I don't know the answer to that one. That could be true.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe there's not going to be a U.S. title match. I mean, they're getting a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of matches announced already, and we still have 5-6 hours of wrestling to get to.
It's going to be a long ass pay-per-view, pal. Because isn't it a 5 hour? Because it's one of the biggies.
I think it is. This is coming up. This is my 24th anniversary as a wrestling fan.
That's awesome.
Only other thing that's really jumping out at me to talk about would be the one thing that kind of did seem to take. I mean, I guess you could say that the tag team title finals happened, and now we know what the tag title match is for SmackDown. But there was Daniel Bryan attacking The Miz on the set of Miz and Mrs.
That was good. That was really well done.
As a quick side note, before we get to that attack, have you been watching Miz and Mrs., or is that not your thing?
I was going to bring that up. I don't usually watch those shows, the Total Bellas and the Total Divas. I never watch them, but I have watched all of the Miz and Mrs., and that show is great.
Yeah, so I watched the first two. I haven't seen last night's yet. I like it. I'm going to continue watching it. It's my only problem is I don't like when reality shows come off as fake to me, but like that cake episode, I just see fake all over it.
You thought that they faked it with the cakes?
100%.
They might have, but it didn't seem super fake to me. I mean, it didn't seem any faker than wrestling sometimes comes off.
But yeah, I'd rather have fake and funny than real and boring, I guess, because he's very likable. I really like him in this role.
Yeah, he's my favorite, I think, right now. I mean, he's just so he's so good. I'd like to see him win the title run, like a real title run.
Yeah, he's had one. His run in like 09 or whatever it was. I know you weren't really following it that well. He had a good run. He main evented and beat Cena, retaining his title in the main event of a WrestleMania.
Do you think they'll give him another chance? I mean, he seems to be at the apex of his popularity.
Neither one would surprise me. It's very easy to give it to a former champion. I don't think his career is ending anytime soon. I mean, I don't see him being in the main event picture immediately. He doesn't really need it.
He doesn't need it because he's in with Daniel Bryan right now, and everyone cares. Everywhere he is A plus. I mean, it's he looks the part. He cuts the best promos. He's in great matches. He's super safe. It doesn't seem like he ever hurts anybody, and he doesn't get injured himself.
Yeah, what Evan said.
Yeah.
So, he's one of those guys that, like you said, when he's on my screen, he captivates me. Right now, the guys that are doing that for me are Miz, Bryan, AJ, Samoa Joe, and on Raw, Heyman. Is there anyone? B Team?
Strowman.
Yeah, the Owens for sure. So stuff's happening, and I still think SummerSlam is shaping up. But I thought this week, following a pretty strong week of wrestling, was weak.
Rollins and Ziggler and McIntyre have my attention.
Not when they're talking though. I was talking about.
Oh no.
They're speaking, but I think SummerSlam's shaping up. I think next week's our predictions episode, right?
Oh, that's excellent. We haven't had one forever.
Is SummerSlam isn't this Sunday? It's next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Or is it? It's not 3 Sundays from now, is it?
I don't know. They didn't have the graphic up yet. Usually they have a graphic up the whole time during a show on the stage. It says like SummerSlam 2 weeks away, SummerSlam 1 week away.
Like it's not this Sunday, but the next.
I think it's like August 24th or something.
All right. Well, if that's the case, that's a Friday, so I'll love it.
No, so it's not. But but I think it's in August 20 something.
Let me just. When?
Boy, the 26th.
When is SummerSlam 2018?
26th.
Oh, so that means we're not predicting next week if that's the case. Hold on. Is it the 26th?
I don't know. I can't check, pal.
Wait a second. Why can't I seem to find this?
Goddamn, pal.
It says date August 19th, 2018.
Okay. So it's the 19th, not the 26th.
So that's not this Sunday, but the following. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. All right. Well, either way, that's what I got for you. Is there anything I got the run sheet open if you want me to finish up.
I feel like we covered it all. I don't think I changed your mind on liking Raw more, but Raw was just too long. Raw just was a real grind. It felt like more of a chore to me. And I thought that tag match at the end was really great. So I'm still going to give it to SmackDown, but unenthusiastically.
I could go either way, I guess. I don't know. I guess after SmackDown, I was thinking that Raw was better, but I mean, you may have convinced me just because it's shorter. Zelina Vega and Lana, there was the real story here is Lana Rusev in English. It's something, right?
Yeah, the match was bad, but you're right. It's something.
I really want it to turn into English and Rusev. That's where I want it to go.
I think it will get there. It should. That's got to be the payoff. I think. Even if it's just Rusev and Andrade at this point. But we got to stop having Lana matches.
What does Evan think about Lana?
I think he's thumbs up on Lana.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Well, hey man, listen, thanks for spending your half day off with us because we love having you on here and apologize for technical difficulties, but if you think about it, that was like a total minute of your time lost. So anything else today, man?
We're good. I think I'm gonna go back to sleep. I don't know. I'm feeling lazy today.
Hold on, I got a problem with the mix here. Give me a second. Say it again. You're going back to sleep?
I think I'm gonna go back to sleep. Who knows? Evan woke up and said he wants to have burgers and sushi. So I said,
and there he goes. Hey, listen, I'm just gonna enjoy your burgers and sushi. Happy birthday, Jake the Snake. We're gonna see you again on Tuesday here on Post to Post.